So from the very beginning, I would like to go through some tense function. In tense function, maximum students get confused with to have verbs. So from tense function, you know tense for 3 of class, present, past and future, and they have their all other structures. According to structures, you have to use some sense with the to have verb meaning, like present simple, present. What about present simple? Like I have something for you. This sentence is present simple, and I have something for you. What about present progressive? I am having something for you. Okay, I'm writing something for you. So in present progressive, you will get present tense. Okay, fine. Present simple, present progressive. In present progressive sense, you will get having after am is V1 plus ing. That's fine. What about present perfect? I have had something for you. Look at this. According to structure, after to have or has, you must place V3. So what is the V3 of having? Had. Fine. What about present perfect progressive? Same way. I have been having something for you. Don't get bothered. I'm not teaching you tense function. I am teaching you to have verbs. Look, in present simple, to have places. In present progressive, having is places, and in perfect, have and had place, and perfect progressive, have and having place. So same thing happened in past simple tense, past progressive, past perfect progressive, and similar way you will get in future tense too. Like this one is present function. What about the past function? So when I am writing had, look, so I was having. And what about perfect? Had. Why had? Perfect tense structure, had plus V3, having V3 had. So many students get confused. Why had? This is the first time I am listening it. No, you will get this knowledge when you are going to get competition test in your life, especially in some job sectors and admission tests. They will help strongly, I'm sure. And what about the past perfect progressive? I had been having. So this is what past situation means. So this one is past situation. What about future situation? Same way, no change. What about future? Look, when I am writing, I will have something for you. I will have something for you. This one is future simple. And future progressive, I will be having, as the structure follows. I will be having. Future progressive. And what about future perfect? Will have had. Will have had is the thing that you have to write. Will have, then V3 write had. And what about future perfect progressive? Will have been having. Wow. This is the way you can use your to have verb in different cases. Got it? Okay, one thing that you may be asking from your mind. What is that? I didn't show you has verb, right? Same thing, only subject change. Think about that. When I write like this, she has a pen for you. Look, present simple. What about present progressive? She is having, once again, not having. Be sure about that. Not having, because V1 plus ing, that means to have verb is V1. Ultimately have, so having. So having a pen for you. What about perfect? She has had a pen for you. Same thing. So no change. In every sector you will go through this, like she has been having. She has been having. So in past tense there is no change, had almost come, and future tense there is no change, almost similar. So this is the tense function in positive way. What about negative and interrogative? Same thing happens. When that is like she has a pen, this one negative. If I say negative, she doesn't have a pen. Here has is somehow functioning as principal verb, that's why it doesn't. But if it functions like auxiliary verbs, like she is having a pen, look at this. So for negative, after auxiliary you place negative form. So she has not having a pen. Here you cannot use do not or does not. Don't get confused with that. Okay. What about perfect? She has had a pen. So ultimately you have to place not. In same way you will do future and other tense function. And what about interrogative function? Okay, let me explain one thing for you. Interrogative function, similar way, in interrogative function you will write have or has before subject. What about that? She has a cat. If I write down, does she have a cat at present simple? What about present progressive? Is she having a cat? Think about that, because continuous means having with am is a present continuous. What about perfect? Has she had a pen? Oh, sorry, cat. Has she had a cat? So ultimately has come. Similar way you will complete past perfect, past tense and future tense. Fine. Let's go for the next one. In the practical English, you will get to know some places of to have verbs. What about modals? Modals can be to have verbs. How come? Yes, you know, have to is a semi-modals thing. Have to, has to, or had to. So they can function as semi-modals. Like she has to come early. We have to listen to him. And they had to agree with us. So here had to, have to, and has to meaning differently with some modals function, like obligations thing first of all, or something that you needed to do. You needed to means you need to do it, otherwise you get some problems. That's why have to, has to, had to use. Fine? Good. Okay, come to the next one, events. So I am explaining one by one so that you get to know the every use of to have verbs. So you will finish the problems of to have verbs in your life. Okay, come on the point. So what about events thing? Events means something that you are going to. Something that you are going to. Going to means, yes, near future, but still it has present sense. What is that? I am going to have a bath. So I'm going to have a bath. This event, bath event is going to have. I mean, you are doing it. you are going to take that. So to have সবসময় যে অধিকারে আছে বোঝায় বা আমার কাছে আছে এটাই বোঝাবে এমন নয়. Make sure to have will indicate an event that you are going to do. Again, she was going to have a bad news. In which situation this sentence comes? She is laughing, she is dancing, and she is explaining that she had a good exam. But you know how good exam she did. And you're expecting she was going to have a bad news because her result will be very poor. That's why you are using she was going to have a bad news. That's one. Fine. Come to the next one. Action. What does action mean? Action is something that you are doing or somebody is doing. What's up that? Usually use let's have a party tonight. Let's have a party tonight. Let them have good time. Don't disturb them. Let them have good time. This is what I am, or somebody is directing somebody that yes, they have their time, so let them do that. That's why we use to have on the imperative mode. What about activities? Activities. So activities means you are doing some activities that require to have verbs. Like she has a job in the company. So she is doing their working. She's working. I have an appointment. Look at this. I have an appointment. Appointment means I have to meet somebody else so that I can talk with in different ways for different causes. So ultimately, I have an appointment means activities. What about the experience? Come on. Experience? Experience, okay. Did you have good time in London? What is this, man? So you are getting experience when you were in London, so you do have some experience. You did have. So that's why I'm asking you, did you have good time in London? So the experience, how was that? How was living in London? How was the life of London? How was the pool, shelters, everything you can mean by this way. Like, does she have a nice day with you? So somebody is with someone else, having good relationship, and you are asking, does he have good time or good day with him? So this is what an experience thing you can mean by using to have verbs. Okay, come to the next one. If you don't understand, make sure you are doing pause here and go through the writing. Eating foods or meals. Wow, this one is really important. Eating foods or meals. অর্থাৎ খাদ্য খাওয়ার বিষয়ে have ব্যবহার করা হয়. What is that? Let's go for example. Example is the right solution. Number one. I had a delicious dinner there. So I had a delicious dinner there. So you ate something, or I ate something last night. and it was really very delicious. So that's why I'm saying I had a delicious dinner there. And think about, you are at your friend's home, and your friend just finished his eating, and you arrived at that time, and your friend's mom is asking you to eat something. Then you are just showing your shyness that I can eat alone. You are asking your friends, will you eat with me? And he is answering. What he is answering? I had my meal just now. So I had my meal just now. Just now I have a meal. So you cannot request him anymore. So he is expressing that he had already eaten. Okay? So I had a meal. Okay, fine? Good. So come to the next one. Days and parts of the day. This is very good time, like have a nice day. So have a nice day is kind of operative sentence mean, and I had a wonderful evening there. I had a wonderful evening there. Look at this, parts of the day, evening. So had, have can be placed in the sentence. So to mean days and parts of day, so in some passages, in some writings, in some conversations, you will get this type of to have use. Okay, fine. What about hygiene and therapies? Hygiene and therapies. Hygiene routine. So your health hygiene, your therapist, you have an appointment with doctors. You are having some problems with your body. So in that case, you can use to have to mean what you want to mean. Fine. Next, go for that. I have a shower before getting out. I mean, before going out or getting out, I have a shower, or I had a shower. Anything you can write on. So, and you look sick. You have to see a doctor. So here you mean you have to see a doctor. That means the man is not washing the doctor. Rather, he is showing himself in front of the doctor so that the doctor will find out what the problem of his body. Okay, fine. And what about conversations? Conversations, in conversation means, kind of talking, kind of interactions. You are talking with somebody else. And you can express that thing with using to have verbs. How is that? 7 March 1971, the greatest speech of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. That is a proper example. What about that? He said, I had a talk with Yahya Khan, but he did not listen to me. He listened to Mr. Bhutto instead. Listen, I had a talk. I had a talk with Mr. Yahya Khan. Okay? Fine. I had a talk. That means I talked with him about the situation, what was going on in my country. But he didn't listen to me. He listened Mr. Bhutto instead. And nobody is existing in our country, and they are story mode out. Okay. Fine. Come to the accidents thing. Accident. I read a Bible and a vishal accident. So in some situation, you can express your accidental things or somebody's accidental things by using to have verbs. Come to the point. What is that? We had a dangerous accident. I had an accident and luckily no one got injured. Bah, safety. Fine. We had a dangerous accident. Oh, this is very shocking, you know. So when you are washing or you are explaining something accidental, make sure you are using to have verbs. I had a dangerous accident. অনেকে যেটা মনে করবে যে I have a garden, I had a garden, ওটা কি সেরকম কিছু না. No. This is something that happened with you. It's meaning that. And you know, English is not our language. From Bangladesh. Make sure I'm from Bangladesh, it's not my language. It's foreign language. And they mean this to have verbs for their accident. So you have to carry that with you. Fine. Let's go for causative. Causative. Fine. So what is causative thing, man? Causative? Causative is a kind of verbs. You know, English language is, you know, complex. Really. But it is very easier when you are having some guard, you know, dom, পুরুষত্ব থাকতে হবে, বুকের পাড়া থাকতে হবে, to face it. It's nothing. Einstein E equal to mc square. Think about that. Think about the, you know, traveling to the moon of India. Why I'm caring about English? It's nothing. It's as easy as water. Good. Nice. Come on. Whatever you say, whatever you write, I think you are right. Make sure before going to have some mass confidence, you have to take this at a look. Okay? Fine. What about causative verbs? Causative verbs are verbs like that doesn't help anyone to do something directly. Rather, it does indirectly. I'm eating like this, but someone is eating like this. Okay? Come on. So when I am expressing মা শিশুকে চাঁদ দেখাচ্ছেন, মা কি চাঁদ দেখেন না, এটা মিথ্যা কথা, কিন্তু উনি তো দেখেন তারপর বলে যে চাঁদ. Still we are using it. বাচ্চা তো চেনে না. Same thing happens in causative verb. So in causative verb there is have causative verbs. The subject is not doing, rather subject is a doer. You know, making someone do. Fine. So causative verb have plus person plus V1 structure, and have plus things plus V3. Why am I writing this? Why not this writing? Because this one is very important. This is available in some competitive test and in some job related examinations. So make sure you are doing it. So go to the answer. I have Rana. Rana is a person. I have Rana send my letter. What does it mean, man? Oh my God, I have Rana send my mail. This one is showing that I use Rana to send my letter. I'm not sending. I'm using him so that he can help me to send my letter. That's the point. What about next one? I had, okay, I'm going through have. I have my car cleaned. Think about this. Rana is person, so V1 place. Think about things, my car, something, so V3 placed. So in some different cases in exams, this come as an option. So ultimately, you have to understand properly. When causative verbs meaning differently and after have or has or had things, then V3, person is V1. Like, she has, yes, Tara, she has Tara, write the application. She has Tara write the application. Means তারাকে দিয়ে application লেখানো হয়েছে. She has her bike repaired. She has her bike repaired. So ultimately, her bike is things. So after has, you have to put place repair. Finished? Fine. Come to the next one. So causative gone. Conditionals. Wow. So in English language, there are some typical structures with their easy meaning that we usually use but we don't know. That is conditionals. Conditional means in condition of my coming, she will come. Wow. In condition of my coming. Amar shorte she ashbe. In condition of you're giving me the book, I will give you my pen. So if you give me your pen, I will give you my book. So in some situation, you can use to have verbs. Think about that. If I have more money, I will give you. If she had done the work, think about that, she would have got money. So in first condition, have is functioning. In third condition, had and to have is functioning in this way. And in second condition, if I had wings of birds, I would fly. So if I had wings of birds, past simple tense with some conditional thing. So in condition in simple conditionals, and they have their kind of continuous conditioning and perfect conditioning and perfect progressive conditioning. So I will describe those things later of my lecture. I'm not finishing today. I will carry on with my videos with you guys. If you give me support, I will be beside you all through my life. Okay, carry on. Next one, the most important thing is should have. What is should have? Should have means, should have bolte ki bujhay? Should have bolte bujhay অতীতের কোনো ঘটনা যেটা করা প্রয়োজন ছিল করা হয়নি, এমন অ্যাডভাইস প্রদানের ক্ষেত্রে শুড হ্যাভ হয়ে থাকে। সাপোজ তোমার ছোট ভাইয়ের কালকে একটা পরীক্ষা আছে, ফাইনাল পরীক্ষা, ফাইন, ওকে তুমি দেখছো যে খুব ভোরে উঠে ও খেলা দেখতেছে, ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ খেলা। ইন সাম সিচুয়েশন হোয়াট উড ইউ সে? কিরে ঘটনা কি? নো, if you say like this, he will get more annoyed, he will get more bored upon you. As World Cup is going on, exam is not more than my World Cup. So he will explain like that. But rather you can advise him. So for that, advice should have used. Should have used. অতীতের কোনো অ্যাডভাইস দেওয়া প্রদান ক্ষেত্রে শুড হ্যাভ ব্যবহার হয়। চলো আমরা আনসার দিই। সেটা কি হতে পারে? ইউ শুড have gone to bed earlier. You should have you should not have watched TV so late. এত দেরি করে টিভি দেখা তোমার ঠিক নয়, ঠিক উচিত ছিল না। সো তার মানে তার আগে বিছানা যাওয়া দরকার ছিল, এটা বলা ঠিক, বা বিছানা ঘুম থেকে তার ওটা ঠিক হয়নি, বা আরও ঘুমানো দরকার ছিল। সো লট অফ থিংস ইউ ক্যান এক্সপ্লেন। আরও একটা ব্যাপার আছে, বন্ধু বান্ধবের সাথে চলতে গেলে অনেক সময় কথা কোটাকুটি হয়ে যায়, ঠোকাঠুকি। সো suddenly or by accident, by any chance, you say something really very shocking, and your friend is somehow very gloomy. His face is black, he's not talking, he's not moving, he's totally unnatural. In some situation, you are going to apologize. So, when you are apologizing to somebody else, you would say, I shouldn't have told that. Look at this. I shouldn't have told that. আমার বলা উচিত হয়নি, বলা না বললেই পারতাম, হতে পারত. So, in some situation, you will cool down, you will be able to cool down your friends, make him natural. So, that's one. I should have told it in different way. অন্যভাবে বলা উচিত ছিল, আসলে sorry. That's what you should have usually used. So after should have can place in some sentences to mean. Okay, fine. What about must have? Must have. So should have and must have are really, very critical, not critical thing. It's kind of situation when you need to use must have. So for must have is existing with must. When you are using must have, make sure it is really very important. That is totally in demand. Say must have, I'm writing must have. Say must have. Yes, suppose you are getting a new job. Okay? You're getting a new job. So, you don't have any formal dress. In some situation, when you went for Viva, and after Viva, they are inviting you to do the job. So, you have to remember that all the employees were wearing formal dress. So, you don't have formal dress, and you are writing, I must have bought a formal dress. I must have bought a formal dress. Another thing is, when your mother is sick, and you are going to the market for buying some medicine thing, and you forgot to bring the main thing that the doctor prescribed. Now you are telling yourself or somebody else, I must not have forgotten to buy that. I must not have forgotten to buy that. It's very, very important. Your mother's life matter, and you are forgetting. So ultimately, you cannot forget, and you are repenting that, oh no, man, I made mistake. So I must not have forgotten to buy that. Okay. Besides this, there are some common use of to have verbs. Very common. That are not that much formal, but in some conversations, in some daily English, even some dialogues, they are very visible. Come to the examples. Fine. Some examples. Like, have a baby boy. Wow. Have a baby boy. It's a kind of prayer, right? Have a long trip. It's kind of wish. Have a surprise. Have a surprise. Yes. Have a go. Have a sleep. Maximum we say have a sound sleep, right? Have a yes, feelings for them. So these are very common with the use of to have verb, and maximum indicates optative mode. Okay, yes, I am indicating should have or must have. There are some other haves like could have, would have, might have. So they have the different use. In another videos, I will show you all those have functions with some models and typical use. So from today, these all are the use of to have verbs, and to have verbs are really very critical, and make sure you are not making mistakes with to have, has or had. So till then, stick to us, and I will be beside you. I said it, and you should be with me as an company. Till then, goodbye. See you. Assalamu alaikum everyone.